Good afternoon, my amazing, wonderful family. Today is a very special day for me. Today marks my 3rd year anniversary of my sobriety. And I wanted to share that, and I thought it was time to share my story as well. Basically, like I said, today's marks 3 years ago since I stopped drinking. But it was also 3 years ago that I was told I had less than 6 weeks to live. I had the doctors in my room told me to, and the family, that I was being turned over to hospice care and being discharged, sent home to die at home. Well, I'm still here, and by the grace of God, I'm still here. This is a very strange day for me. The happiness is overwhelming, obviously, being able to celebrate being sober for 3 years, but to intertwine that with also being told that you're going to be dead. I mean, well, let's get to it. 3 years ago, I was taken by ambulance to Henry Ford, Maine in Detroit. Well, actually Henry Ford Macomb in Clinton Township. I was as yellow as a banana. From my nose to my toes, I was yellow. And, we all are told that we have a certain color that we look really good in. Let's just say yellow is not my color. I look pretty freaking bad. But yeah, I was yellow. I was jaundiced. I was pretty bad. I remember that day because I started out, went right to the liquor store, even though I was yellow. The people that knew me there even made a comment about that. I didn't even care. Walked out. As soon as I got in the parking lot, opened that cap, started drinking my bourbon right down. Pretty much things get blurry after that. I remember getting home and staggering around, and next thing I know, I was being taken by ambulance to the hospital. I was taken to Henry Ford Macomb, which these are things I've been told. I remember barely. A lot of it's going by information from family that was there. I was then taken to Henry Ford, Maine in Detroit because I was told that they were told that there was nothing they could do for me. I went to Henry Ford, Maine in Detroit. I was there for, I believe it was over 20 some days. The majority of them, I was in ICU. Again, yellow as can be. I came close to coding a couple times. The one time they came out and told my family, first I was aware enough to let them know my wishes, to do everything possible, but if I was to be only kept alive by being plugged into the wall, to let me go. They went out and told my family my wishes, and they were able to bring me back. I spent, I don't even know how much more time in the hospital, and that's when the doctors came in, and I'll never forget, I was all by myself in the room. The doctor came in and started giving me statistics about my numbers. And I remember him saying 6 out of 10 people with numbers like yours, or with numbers like that, don't make it. And I laughed because I was like, well, we're talking, and I'm glad I'm not one of those 6. Well, he said, you're worse. Your numbers are worse. And he said, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do. And granted, like I said, I'm by myself in this room. And I was in complete organ failure. Liver, kidneys, pancreas shut down. Basically dying right there. The enzymes from my liver were going to my brain. The pancreatitis was so bad they had me on Dilaudid to control the pain, so I was pretty out of it. I can honestly say when I woke up that morning, I wasn't expecting to be told that I had less than 6 weeks to live. I remember waking up a little while later, and his associate, a younger girl, came in, and then it got real. And I remember all of a sudden her looking at me and saying, I know you talked to my associate, and then stuff got real. And I said, there's got to be something you can do. She started crying and said, no, there's not. And that's when I asked her, I said, how long do I have? And she started to cry, and she said less than 6 weeks. Needless to say, that was a very tough phone call to make to family members, people that I care about, to let them know. And I didn't want to do it over the phone, so I had them come in. And that's when I said that what I was told. And they didn't believe me, thought that I was out of my mind because of the illness and medication. It wasn't until the doctors came in and said, yeah, he's in complete organ failure. I was then told, it was like the doctors never said that, because I was told by them, it's not up to the doctors. It's up to God when it's your time. I was in the hospital I was waiting to be discharged. Hospice came in and they were going to do their thing. And next thing you know, I'm there a day, another day. They're doing blood work, asking me questions. I'm like, come on, man. You know, I don't want to die here. And they kept coming in, and each day was more doctors, more doctors. And they're like, how are you feeling? I'm like, you freaking serious? Well, for a guy who's going to be dead in 6 weeks, pretty good. After 6 days of this, all of a sudden, the last day, the room is filled with doctors. And Dr. Death, as I so-called nicknamed him, came in, and at the foot of the bed with the rest of them all looking, I felt like a fish, fish tank. And he's smiling. And I just said, you rat bastard. I mean, you're evil. You're smiling at the guy you're sending home to die. And he said, Manny, I'm sending you home, but not to die. He said, we can't explain it. Your numbers have not only stopped elevating too high or dropping too low, they've stabilized and are actually going back to normal. There is no medicine for organ failure. There's no IV, no magic pill. They could not explain it except for God. I survived complete organ failure. I was released a few days later, sent home. It was a slow process. I was on certain medications, and every day, stronger, stronger, stronger. It was unreal. Within a month or so, I went to my doctor, and they did the lab work, and they said they couldn't believe it. Not only did my numbers stabilize, they were all within normal limits. Kidneys, liver, pancreas. Normal. After being shut down, complete organ failure, there's no coming back. And like I said, here I am. And that was 3 years ago. And for those 3 years, I've been wondering why. You know, my best friend, my brother, died from same thing. I actually crawled into his hospital bed when he took his last breath from organ failure from drinking. He didn't make it. Here I am still. This is why I'm still here. You guys are why I'm still here. This family, my fight, our war, is why I'm still here. Breakthrough. Breakthrough. This is me. This is us. This is what we do. We fight. We never give up. And it's because of all of you. This was why God didn't take me. And I can't thank you enough. this journey isn't over for me at this story, ending this story. This is the beginning. We, as a family, it's been 18 days or something like that, 18 days, 16 days. We've got over 300 members or whatever it is, and we're not only locally, we're worldwide and growing. I've got calls coming in for possible media in Seattle, doing videos, possibly media things with a person there. I mean, this has all just happened yesterday. Every day, things are happening where we are going in such a whirlwind. It's just amazing. And there ain't no stopping us, man. My fight, our war, is here for all of us. And we don't give up on each other. No one gave up on me. God didn't give up on me. I'm not giving up on any of you, ever. This fight will never end. The love is going to grow. The reason for me still being here is because of this family. It took me 3 years to figure it out, and it all happened within days. It happened so quick, but this is why. You're the reason why, and I love you all so much. So I hope, getting a little more insight here, I hope that shows that this isn't just words. This is coming from the heart. This is my life. My passion is all of you making this family grow, and support each other, love each other, be there for each other, give each other a kick in the ass when we need it. It's very fitting I'm sitting under a clock, because we never know how much time we have. And all I know is the time that I do have left on this earth, I am giving back to whom much is given, much is expected. I have been given so much. I have been so blessed. My past, just like the rest of us, our past, boy, I tell you. But you know what? The past is the past. This is now. We will never give up on each other. My fight, our war. We are a family that will never quit. We will never fail, because we won't allow each other to fail. We will never quit, because we don't know what quit means. If something doesn't work, we're going to try something else. We are family. And you guys are the reason that I'm still breathing. And together, I know this sounds very fairy tale and dramatic. Y'all, we're gonna change the world, man. We're gonna be part of the solution. We are gonna be the ones who are lending a hand, lending an ear. We're gonna be those ones with the caring, compassion, and a kick in the ass when needed. So anyways, I know that I've been rambling way too long, but this was important to me. And you guys are so important to me. And this is just the beginning. Just the beginning. So when I say I love you, please know it comes from the heart. It comes from my heart. So you all have a great day. Thank you so much for all the kind words throughout the day. They mean the world to me. I love you. And stay humble. Stay positive. Stay strong. Stay safe. This is our time. Addiction answers to us. We don't answer to addiction. We make the rules. I love y'all.